So I don't know. I wish I could do this a little better. I really don't have a good setup with the camera. But anyways, so this is what it looks like. The back one. It's pretty much ruined now because I spray it with spray adhesive to get it tacky. It's not tacky right now. It's dry. But when you do both sides of it, spray adhesive on both sides, if I touch that together, it's permanent. So I've got to line it up, be real careful, line it up. I'm looking at, I don't know, I'll try to do it over my shoulder so you can kind of see. But what I'm doing is lining up this line right here where that body line is. So when you see that seam will be right there along this. You almost stick it together. Seam will be right along this, right where the top is. So you want it facing out. So try to give myself a little bit of extra room right there on the end, so it's got room to wrap it around it. It won't permanently stick until I really push on it or use a little bit of heat, which it'll do on its own in the car anyway, so I don't really have to do that. All I gotta do is get it lined up good. But pretty much once I got it stuck, it's stuck. You can't really pull it off. You can, but you can't reuse it, is what I mean. A little bit higher. So I look down the edge of that. Really can't. I wish there was a better way to do this, but what I'm doing is I'm looking right down that edge and lining my seam up with it. So now it kind of looks like this. The only thing that's really stuck is that seam. It's not really stuck either. It's kind of. So this is the top. This is the side. And if you look, I don't have it stuck on there permanent yet. I can still pull it off because I haven't really pushed on it. See how it lines up? Now I can push right along that seam and it'll stay there for pretty much for good. And then what I do is I just pull it over and wrap this edge around the inside of this, and then once it's on the door, the door will kind of push on that and keep it from pulling off. So you don't need staples or anything like that. But anyway, it's kind of how it's done. Kind of how I do it. I don't know if it's how it's done, but it's how I do it. Try and do this where you can see what I'm doing. Pulling it over, pulling it taut before it sticks. It's pretty much stuck on now. You don't want to pull it too tight because then you'll have like, you pull it too tight and it'll flatten out where you got it too tight and it'll look like shit. You want it kind of loose over it so the padding doesn't push down. I'm no expert. But once you've done one, you kind of know. Like the first one I did with my driver's door, because I know I'd be the only one seeing that. So I started with the driver's door, and I kind of pulled that one a little too tight, and I probably started without letting it dry good enough before I started. I don't pull that one tight enough. Damn it. Okay. It's okay. Actually, I wish they hadn't cut. They cut these a little bit too small. I think they used to leave them bigger, but people probably are retarded, and I shouldn't use that word. People are probably not knowledgeable enough to cut the excess off, and they try to wrap it inside there, and it gets in the little clips and stuff in the way, and it don't want to fit on there right, so they probably pre-trimmed it and just put just enough on there, which I wish they didn't do, but no, it's too late. I mean, can't do nothing about it there. You've already done it. Just keep going around and pulling it over the edge and wrapping it around. Try not to leave any wrinkles. Well, that one, like I just did right there, but it's on the bottom. You won't see it anyway. Seven minutes. Wish I had this better lighting. This is my dirty little kitchen. Done. I think you got it all good. Just kind of give it a good rubbing. Get a little bit of heat in that. Everything will smooth out. Make sure your edges are nice and stuck on there. That's why you want to make sure your spray adhesive's dry before you do this, because if you don't and you start squishing on it, that little bit of foam that's in there is going to squish down too, and it'll look like shit. Sorry, language. Oh, there it is. 8 minutes. Doesn't take that long to put it on the door and then back in the car either. There's plenty of videos on how to do that, but as far as the door panel goes, this is what it looks like. I wish I could do it. I don't think I can. Well, I can't do it. But anyways, you're basically just going to take, there's a screw here, a bunch of screws here, screw, tab, push on the tabs to pop them out. It'll be self-explanatory if you've done